In my last video, I mentioned that I bought a broken Xbox One controller off of eBay, fixed it, and then shoved all of its guts inside of this shell right here. After that was done, I was left with a pretty decent shell. There's nothing wrong with this except for it being a little dirty and just needs a good cleaning. All the hardware is still included, the battery tabs are still included, and the foam on the triggers are still included. So I thought it would be fun to see if I can find boards to put back inside of this, make a whole controller, and possibly give it away to one of you guys. So eBay was a little bit disappointing when it came to prices. I found the replacement boards that I needed, fixed or completely working. They were $30 each max and about $20 each minimum. So I was looking at 40 to 60 bucks for both boards. That's excluding the buttons and analog sticks and all that. So I was looking at more than what it would cost for a new controller and more than what it would cost for a used controller. So I kind of put that idea on the back burner. I didn't really think too much of it after that. And I was scrolling on Facebook Marketplace and I saw a guy who was selling refurbished controllers. So I just asked him if he happened to have any parts he can sell me. I was looking specifically for broken boards. I didn't need anything working because I like fixing broken boards. And he said that he has something even better, which was this. Now I found this guy on Facebook Marketplace selling refurbished controllers, so I reached out to him asking if he had broken boards that I could buy off of him. I said I'd pay up to $20 for 2 broken boards, which I think is fair. And he's like, you know what, I have an entire box full of stuff you can just have. I ended up giving him $20 for it because I didn't think it was right to take this whole stuff, all of this stuff for free. He didn't even want to take the 20, but he ended up doing it anyways. And I still got a pretty good deal. So the goal here is to find broken boards in this box and make this controller whole again. So this is the latest Bluetooth controller, so I'll have to find Bluetooth boards to put inside of there. And something I'm going to be doing is taking all the parts necessary to make this controller whole, meaning I'm going to use anything I can from this box and try not to use anything that I bought off of Amazon. So if I find a board that needs a new analog stick, I'm just going to take an analog stick off another board and put it on there just to see how that goes. And once that is done, we should have a complete working controller. There's probably like 6 full controllers in here that I can get working. And the idea is to give this one away to one of my subscribers. So let's go ahead and see what's inside of this box and see if we can get something working. After dumping the box, I separated the parts based on generation. I kept the old style to the left and the newer style to the right. Almost all of these boards have some defects, but nothing we can't figure out. This is the analog stick board I decided to fix up. It appears to only have a broken stick button and no rework attempts on the analog sticks. A lot of the analog stick boards have rework attempts and they look pretty bad, so I'm going to avoid them for now. I got pretty lucky with this main board. It still has all the buttons and it's only missing the antenna and an inductor. It looks like the inductor was knocked off, so this could have been a parts board, but I think it'll work in our controller once repaired. I picked 2 of the worst boards to take parts from. The RF shielding on the analog stick board is badly dented in. I will invest in refurbishing the main board in the future, but for now I'm going to use it for parts. I started by removing the antenna and the inductor to use on the other board. I soldered in the borrowed inductor and antenna after cleaning off the pads. I had to cut and strip the antenna, which resulted in it being a little shorter, but it still makes contact and should work as normal. Contradicting my last video where I spoke out against removing analog sticks as a whole, I had no choice but to do so here since I want to reuse this stick. I applied flux to every joint and wicked up all the solder. After the solder was removed, I gently pulled it out. This method introduces a lot of heat to the board, which is why I like to avoid it when I can. As shown in my last video, I am removing this stick piece by piece to prevent damage. After soldering in the replacement stick, I gave it a quick boot test, and to my surprise it powered up and showed no bad signs during the input tests. The only thing left to do now is add replacement rumble motors and thumbsticks. I could have used thumbsticks from the box of parts, but since I want to give this away, I decided to use new ones I got from Amazon. Let's go ahead and close this thing up. Now that this controller is refurbished and working as new, it's time to give it away. All you have to do to have a chance to win this is to subscribe to my YouTube channel and comment on this video saying that you've subscribed, and once this hits 1,000 views, I will announce the winner. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.